It was a calm afternoon when two women approached a checkpoint where a police officer stood waiting. The officer greeted them politely, saying good afternoon, and they responded in kind. He hesitated before asking if something unusual had happened in the sky. When one of the women, Alejandra, asked what he meant, he replied that he thought two angels had fallen to earth. The women, unimpressed by his attempt at charm, told him that no angel would look back at him with such lines. When the officer asked if he should try harder, they quickly ended the banter and excused themselves, saying they were about to leave. But the officer stopped them, asking if those angels had a license and registration. When Alejandra confirmed that they did, he demanded to see them. She handed over the documents, puzzled, and asked if they were suspected of anything. The officer replied that they weren't, yet, but that it was only a routine check. As his partner, a younger officer named Jose Daniel, looked on uncertainly, the senior officer began to inspect the papers. Alejandra questioned why such a detailed inspection was necessary, pointing out that there seemed to be no valid reason for it. The officer coldly reminded her that the reason was for him to decide, not her, and then ordered her to step out of the vehicle. When she asked why, he snapped that it was for an overhaul and repeated his order. Once she stepped out, he asked whether she carried anything dangerous. When she said no, he asked the same of her companion, Damaris, who indignantly asked if she looked like a criminal. The officer ignored the remark and announced that he would have to search both women to make sure everything was in order. Alejandra protested, saying that such a search required a female officer. The man scoffed, saying they were short-staffed, and instructed his partner to search one of the women. Jose Daniel hesitated, unwilling to cross a line, but his superior insisted. After the uncomfortable search, the officer finally announced that everything was in order. When Alejandra said they would now be leaving, the officer stopped her again, saying he would decide when they could go. He added that he still needed to check the vehicle. As he ordered his partner not to let them move, Alejandra reminded him that his actions were illegal. Jose Daniel quietly agreed, admitting that his superior could be suspicious at times, but insisted that the man was still his boss. Alejandra warned him that one day, his boss would put all the blame on him. Moments later, the senior officer found a bag of money in their car and accused the women of hiding it. Alejandra denied it, insisting the money wasn't theirs. When pressed to justify its origin, she couldn't. The officer said that if she couldn't explain, he would have to take both women to the station. As Jose Daniel was ordered to escort Damaris to the patrol car, Alejandra pleaded for a chance to speak to her sister, hoping she might know where the money came from. Pretending to cooperate, Alejandra asked the officer to let her talk